I think it's our problem, students' problem. They think I got engineering degree, that's enough, they should hire me. Why should they hire you? Have you proven yourself? So now problem for people like us or hiring guys should be to distinguish a good code from machine code, right? So, but people don't send that. In US universities, I mean, I have not studied there, but what I've heard from others is they'll give you one class on the basics. The rest you do yourself. Then they immediately will jump and go to that advanced class, right? If you want to have some catch up on general class, you can do some catch up classes on a Sunday evening, or some student may teach you or something like that. But you're supposed to learn all those things yourself, basics, after an initial class. Whereas in India, they will take the entire semester teaching you basics, and then you are on to yourself. I mean, it is up to you to learn the advanced things, right? There's the difference.
Agreed.
Because a lot of advancement in technology in US comes out of universities. So professors themselves want to spend more time in advanced stuff than in the basics. You know, how many times they can teach basics, same basics? They are written, right? So they'll tell you, they'll expose you to that briefly, and then you're supposed to learn yourself, right?
So, do you agree that degrees are becoming more and more irrelevant, while the education part, that more I know, it's separate from the formal degree? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, of course. And that's why I told you, we don't hire directly from colleges. We hire from training institutes. See, one thing is that though I have seen, some of my clients, I mentioned to you, many of our clients are unicorns in California. They all have their captive centers in Bangalore or Pune. And I have heard many of them, majority of them, they end up hiring from IITs and IIM. Now, IITs and IIM still hold, because the students are so smart. And they perhaps, now I have not hired from there directly, so I don't know, but my guess is those guys are already aware of the advancements. They prepare themselves well, right? And there's a good competition, healthy competition. So to that extent, degrees from there is relevant. Because I have seen one of my clients, the CEO was telling me that he goes to IIM or IIT, he takes the best student. If he has an offer of, let's say, 1 crore, or which is like, your $100,000 or something like that, he will say 20% more.
Okay.
And he'll hire him, right? Because he thinks that guy is smart and that guy can make a difference. And he has built his entire captive center here in Bangalore using those kind of people. And they are just filed IPO worth $7 billion. So they must be doing something right, I would say. And so I think degrees are not irrelevant, but they are not teaching outside of the top tier colleges. They are not teaching students what they need to learn to go to the industry to become employable. So which means good students who are aware of this problem, they will go to some other training institutes to update themselves of all the advancement that is happening and be ready to be employed.
Okay.
So to that degree now question comes that those training institutes, would they take a guy without degree to train him? Perhaps they might. I don't know enough about that industry, but I am sure they would. One of the best guys in my company, who's our VP of technology, he had a correspondence degree, engineering degree. For a number of years, he was our top technical guy, and he didn't have an engineering degree. So personally, in my experience, I love those kind of guys who are good hackers, who are independent freelance coders, who don't follow rules, right? Who they'll just look at the problem, solve it. They'll find a way to solve it. Which tool, they don't care.
You mentioned over here that the top colleges versus the rest of the colleges. Let's say there's a 20-year-old guy who is from a tier 2, tier 3 college. He studied regular college studies. Then outside of that has gained all the technical skills, has the problem-solving knowledge. Now at that point, how he should pitch, or how will he get employed, or how will the hiring process look like for that time?
Yeah, I told you, if he has prepared himself, he will mention that in his resume. I will suggest he should write a piece of code to solve a problem that he saw around himself or herself, right? That is perfect. Let's say in India, I have rarely seen a guy giving me a piece of code that he has written along with his resume. You are looking for a job in UI or UX or design or a website or social media. We'll always give you a portfolio, or photography, right? You give a portfolio. Why shouldn't an engineer give his portfolio, right? Shouldn't he or her? They should do it, no?
Yeah.
I think it's our problem, students' problem.
Right.
They think I got an engineering degree. That's enough, they should hire me. Why should they hire you? Have you proven yourself? See, kids like yourself, you should know there is competition out there. And now with the advent of AI, with the spread of AI around us, tell you, writing code has become a lot easier. So now, problem for people like us or hiring guys should be to distinguish a good code from machine code, right? So, but people don't send that. Does it make sense?
Yeah.